Wolfgang Puck is finally coming to New York City. He is here. The world-famous chef has opened his first restaurant in Manhattan named The Cut. The restaurant is now serving prime steaks and sides in the financial district. And joining us now in our studio is Wolfgang Puck, himself a lunchtime treat for us.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the perfect time. We open
Excellent.
for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm coming here. And you know what? Bloomberg is my favorite network. Whenever I go to Asia, what do I watch is Bloomberg. So it's a good association, I think.
Very nice to hear. Why has it taken you so long to open a restaurant in New York?
Well, for years I thought I'm a West Coast chef. Even I'm from the East, from Austria and France originally. But I thought I'm going to stay in Los Angeles, maybe Las Vegas, maybe go as far as Dallas. And then in 2009, when the financial crash was really bad, I had basically all my eggs in one basket. Las Vegas, 6 restaurants, Los Angeles, 6 restaurants, and I had 17 or 18 restaurants at that time. And then it was really hard, you know, to operate. All of a sudden the business went down 1/3. Then I decided we have to expand national and international. So we opened first in London, a Cut in London, and we opened Cut in Singapore. And this one here in the financial district took a long time because it was a 4-season hotel. Mr. Stern, a famous architect, built it, and took him a long time to build it. It's 68 stories, and we have a beautiful entrance on the side on Church Street. So I'm very excited now, finally, to be here.
I want to ask you about the location at 2 levels.
Yeah.
First being neighborhood. Why did you decide in the financial district? You have all of New York. Why did you decide to go there?
Well, I really think a lot of things happening downtown now.
Yeah.
You know, 25 years ago, I probably would have said only in Midtown and maybe on the West Side or something like that. Now, downtown really has grown up. A lot of condominiums, a lot of people moved there. So it's a real neighborhood now.
Place to live.
Yeah, it's a place to live. It's really amazing. So I thought this would be a good place for us. So, and I think obviously all the financial centers are down there, all the bankers are down there, and they all love to eat steak. So it's a good way.
And you've opened it in a hotel.
Yeah.
How does that change the equation at all? Does it make more sound business sense to have one in a hotel?
Well, it makes more business sense because the hotel helps us pay for the restaurant, yet we are paying rent to the owners of the building. So we are completely separated in a way because like the 4-season hotel, they run great hotels, but generally when they do their own restaurant, they are not the best restaurant. Nobody ever says, I want to go to the 4-season or any other group, unless there's a chef there. And today, the equation changed. 30 years ago, very few chefs owned their own restaurant. Now, you only talk about chefs. You know, if it's David Chang, Daniel Boulou, Eric Ripert, you name it, they all have one restaurant or 4 or 5 or more restaurants.
You're doing steak well. I'm curious, if you're not going to be eating at your own restaurant, if you're going to go out for a steak, where do you like to go? Where is the steak that you like to eat?
Well, you know, I go here to Peter Luger, which is on in Brooklyn.
You can get a table.
If you can get a table, and if I have enough cash.
Yes, exactly.
But I think, you know, when I'm here in New York, there's so many new places always, and I have a lot of friends. So I go to see Daniel, and maybe if I'm alone, and just eat at the bar there, or go to Eric Ripert and eat in his little cafe there at his restaurant. So I really think New York has so many great restaurants, so I always try to change around.
Celebrity chef is a term that's probably thrown around too much today, but if we already use it, you're probably one of the first to get the designation. Talk a bit about the burdens, if I can call them that, of being that person, a public figure having to run a large enterprise with thousands of employees. How often are you cooking, I wonder?
Well, I still have burns here.
So
I'm still cooking.
Yeah.
I really think, you know, in the old time, there was no television for chefs, you know, very few times. Like, I remember in the 80s, I did like the Johnny Carson show once and David Letterman show a few times, and Good Morning America. And it's really Good Morning America where I started doing a lot of television. And now with Food TV, with all Bravo, whatever the channels are, they all have food on all day. So now chefs became really rock stars, really. And I think what is great, we get so many more smart people into our business. People who would have become lawyers or doctors or bankers, you name it. Now they all say cooking is a great profession. And I think it's really changed. So now you have so many smart young chefs. They are able to run their own restaurant. They are able to supervise a big staff. Whereas in the old time, chef was in the back in the kitchen.